participate
Yes,
as
just
usual, and we are hoping to have a very lively discussion.
Yes, and we promise everyone that we will be on the tip of our toes, trying to do what we do to the best of our ability. Good afternoon to everyone. You're just joining me, welcome. And if you are just about getting home, we'd like to welcome you. Chris Whilby and Lady D, Denise Gomez, keeping you in the know. We'll be talking from 6 p.m. until, the show ends at 7. But of course, we'll use our discretion and know when to wrap up, that kind of thing. Right, Chris?
Absolutely.
Yes, you sound nice and loud, Chris. Huh?
Nice.
Man, you sound
Supposed to hear it.
Powerful. Sounding powerful on me. I have to kind of say, oh, let me pull my levels. Pull down.
You need to turn my volume down.
Yes. Yes. So, welcome to those who are joining in on our Facebook live stream. Chris Whilby is online with me. And we've had news headlines that have really touched us. We feel very proud of some of the headlines that we've seen. And then there are the headlines that actually disturb us to the very core. But nevertheless, they are headlines and we have to present them, discuss them, and ask you to engage with us this afternoon. The telephone number to call us here to be a part of our discussion is 914-600-4228. 914-600-4228. And there are persons who have not heard your voice for some time. So I know they're looking forward to talking to you, Chris. And so we remind you that once we present the headlines, at that time we'll open the lines so that you can be a part of the discussion with us. 914-600-4228. Go ahead with the first headline, Chris.
All right, the first headline that we have here this evening is coming out of Jamaica, and it is, we all know that the Gargamel has returned, Buju Banton, and it was to great fanfare that he returned, and Jamaica is loving on the Gargamel as usual, and they can't wait to hear from him. However, there are some things that that's causing some controversy, and I'm going to read the story here from the Jamaica Gleaner. This is.
Yes.
And it says here, Buju no Mandela. That's the headline. Buju no Mandela. Louis Tufton criticized singer for silence on drug conviction. Okay. Noted Jamaican historian and Garvey scholar Professor Rupert Lewis has slammed ex-drug convict and reggae artist Buju Banton and his publicity team for seeking to equate the entertainer's release from prison with Nelson Mandela's after a decades-long fight against apartheid in South Africa. The Grammy-winning singer, who was released late last year from the Macrae Correctional Institute in the United States, where he served 8 years for cocaine trafficking, will be the headline act of his first concert in Jamaica in nearly a decade, themed Long Walk to Freedom. That sparks back to the title of Mandela's autobiography, detailing the South African freedom fighters' 27-year incarceration on Robben Island under quiet dictatorship. The appropriation of Mandela's Long Walk to Freedom is unfortunate because what he represented was collective struggle, the struggle of a people, the sacrifice. What Buju represents is more personal freedom. Lewis, now retired from the University of the West Indies, told the Gleaner. Lewis deplored the commercial repackaging and image sanitation of Buju Banton, real name Mark Miley, and the attempt to appropriate from that heroic struggle and to attach to a life of singer, whether he was set up or not. And I quote, "I take objection to people who confuse what that slogan meant and how it has been appropriated," end quote. The historian argued that while he was a fan of Buju Banton music and admired his academic credentials while in prison, the 46-year-old entertainer must confront his past and level with the people of Jamaica about his drug conviction and the road to redemption. I admire Buju's music, but Buju has to speak why he was in prison. There is a question mark that I have. So
okay.
that's one of the headlines we have here this evening, and it's sparking a whole lot of controversy. I hope we can delve into that some more.
Yes. All right. So we will. Okay. So I have a headline here, and certainly once we present our headlines, ladies and gentlemen, then you have the option to give us a call, 914-600-4228, and you know, engage in discussions with us. Here is another headline, also courtesy of the Jamaica Gleaner. Spurred into action by the repeated horror stories of violence being perpetrated against women and children, scores of nurses yesterday rallied in the Manchester capital, Mandeville, to say enough is enough. The protesting nurses, along with members of supporting groups, including the Jamaica Fire Brigade, Rotary Club, and the Seventh-day Adventist Church, shouted in unison, "No more violence, stop the silence." It is a message they hope will reach across the parish and to the wider Jamaica as they vowed to find added courage to treat the scourge. It's a daunting task, though, as Manchester has been quietly developing an unenviable reputation as a parish with some of the most dreadful, high-profile killings of women and children in Jamaica. Last August, the parish was the scene of one of Jamaica's most gruesome killings of the year when the mutilated body of 25-year-old Kim Campbell was found in an igloo inside a parked car along the Winston Jones Highway outside Mandeville. But still, full hope, the demonstrators had some choice words for those who are set on hurting the nation's women and children. And so that goes on. People are tired of the murder. They are tired of mayhem, and they want to just get that done. Next headline, Chris.
All right. The other one that I would like to talk about here is it has to do with the United States and the presidential race. Now, Kamala Harris, I'm getting the name. Kamala Harris launches a White House bid in America under attack, and that is coming from the Jamaica Observer. I'm reading this one from the Jamaica Observer. Oakland, United States, lamenting that the American dream and its democracy are under attack in Donald Trump's United States, California Senator Kamala Harris formally declared yesterday her candidacy to become the country's first black female president in 2020. Harris, who was California's Attorney General from 2011 to 2017, made her announcement to supporters outside City Hall in Oakland, San Francisco's grittier neighborhood where she was born. Barack Obama introduced himself to California voters in 2007 in the same location before he was elected the first African-American president of the United States a year later. Harris, who was born of Jamaican and Indian immigrants, already announced in a January 21st video that she would run for president. She joins a Democratic field with several other candidates seeking to keep Trump out of the White House for a second term. Quote, We are here because the American dream and our American democracy are under attack and on the line like never before, she said, end quote. When democratic values are under attack around the globe, when authoritarianism is on the march, when nuclear proliferation is on the rise, when we have foreign powers infecting the White House like malware, let's speak the truth, she added, to a raucous applause. Without naming the president, Harris directly targeted the divisive politics of his unconventional administration.
Okay. Well, everybody wants their voice to be heard, right? And they want to send a message.
Yes,
so they want to send a message, so we'll talk about that. Okay. Now, as we all know, Mr. Bolt Hussein has been doing some tremendous things since he wrapped up his athletic career. And this is courtesy of the Jamaica Observer. And it reads, Jamaica's sprint legend and budding global business mogul Usain Bolt has partnered with leading South African champagne brand GH Mum to create the ultimate celebrations champagne, the Mum Olympe Rosé. The champagne was launched last Thursday at the Maslow Hotel in Johannesburg, created by the renowned English designer Ross Lovegrove for Mum Grand Cordon. The bottle of Mum Olympe Rosé is said to be a technical feat. The bottle scores an aesthetic win with its striking appearance, long in shape, with a slender neck. Its pink salmon look is matched by the taste of a smoothness and roundness coming from the liqueur de dosages and a burst of fresh sparkles to the palate, Mum said in a statement. Commenting on the partnership, Mum's brand manager Etienne Casuto said, and I quote, "We are excited to unveil the fruit of a 2-year collaboration with Usain Bolt, a champagne embodying the excellence of our craftsmanship and values of our Chief Entertainment Officer. Mum Olympe Rosé is a unique and innovative champagne created for your daring celebrations." Bolt, who was also at the launch, said, and I quote, "In Jamaica, we do this naturally. We mix cognac with champagne, and it's something that I enjoy. So when we sat down in the first meeting and we were trying to figure out what direction we wanted to go with for the bottle and with the drink, I mentioned it and asked, is it possible? And they said yes. So for me, that was something I was happy about. And when you taste it, you'll taste the cognac, and together it's very nice. Trust me," end quote. So Usain has gone into champagne here. Please.
I think Usain is all over the place, you know. I think he's just enjoying himself and trying to just to live life, because I noticed there was a headline the other day that says Usain retired from football, and I was like, retired?
The plan
was retired from football, and I'm like, okay then.
Yes.
So I guess he's trying everything.
Yeah, that didn't work out. The talks broke down in terms of, I think it was contractual and his remuneration, etc. So that they stepped back. I mean, he has the autonomy to do so, you know. He can try this, and if it doesn't work, he moves to the next best thing.
Oh, yeah. He's Usain Bolt. He can do anything.
He can do anything. Welcome, everyone. Let us acknowledge very quickly those who are streaming with us via the Facebook Live page. I want to say hi to friends. Earl Robinson. He says, hi, Lady D. Debbie Ann, Forever Grateful, says, hi, Lady D. And we have Carolyn McLean, and some other people who have joined and are watching. You are invited to make your comments. You may call in by dialing 914-60. Somebody's calling. Let's see what I'm doing here, Chris. Good afternoon.
Pleasant good afternoon to you, Lady D, and good afternoon, Chris. How are you? Good to hear your voice again.
Well, Patricia, I think he's going to have to call me back because in my attempt to pick you up, I mistakenly disconnected him.
Okay, so do you want me to hang up and have him call you back?
Let him call me back, and then we'll figure it out.
No problem.
Thank
okay.
you, but good to hear you. That's fine. All right, so Chris, you calling me back? All right, he's going to call me back in a few minutes. I do apologize for that. 914-600-4228. Chris Whilby and Lady D, Denise Gomez. We're actually in the segment now called Keeping You in the Know with News, Happenings, and Facts. And we invite you to be a part of our discussion. And while I'm awaiting Chris's return to the conversation, I would like to remind you the show is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. And over at Cool Runnings, you get the most sumptuous meals. You do. You don't want to miss out on getting your meals. So can I tell you? All right, Chris, you're back?
I am.
I do apologize for that. I'm having some conferencing matters here, but nevertheless, let's start off. So which headline would you like us to delve into first so that we can build our discussion?
Yes, I am very much interested in the Buju Banton saga.
The saga? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I am.
Yes.
Now, as the headline states that it's the Mr. what's his name?
Yeah, I'm pulling up my headline here so I can help.
I'm trying to pull this back up here right now. The historian Lewis and Mr. Tufton, they are very tough on the Gargamel. And I can understand in one instance, on one hand, they're saying that he was trying to equate himself to Nelson Mandela.
And hold your thought one moment. I believe we have a call. Good afternoon. Hello. Oh, my line is open, but I'm not
Not hearing anyone.
Yes, but it is open. All right, continue.
Yeah. So as I was saying that with Buju Banton is
I think we got it now. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, how are you, sir?
I am fine.
Yes.
I would like to say you have a lot of topics, but I'd like to say first of all, congratulations to Usain Bolt.
Yes.
I think we as Jamaicans have gone much too far in trying to equate Buju with Nelson Mandela. Buju was not in the United States on any missionary work. He wasn't doing something that when he came back to Jamaica, 500 people could get hired doing something. He wasn't here working and doing something for children. So listen, he have to accept his whatever happens. He did the time, he did his time. I am very sorry about that. You know, nobody is wishing that this thing happened to you.
Yes.
But you have to accept that you was doing something wrong.
Mm-hmm. Chris, are you still there?
I am. I'm listening to the caller because I, you know, the funny thing is I was having a discussion last night.
Chris, do me a favor. Turn your phone down a little bit.
All right. Let me see if I can.
Turn your phone down a bit.
Listen, my voice is too.
Something like that.
How is that?
Much improved.
Okay. All right. So I was having a discussion last night with a family member, and she was trying to go out of her way to defend the equation. You know, they're trying to equate Nelson Mandela to Buju Banton. Yeah. Now, as I was trying to explain earlier before the caller came in, I can understand why Buju Banton chose that phrase. However, I don't think Buju can. We shouldn't be using Buju Banton and Nelson Mandela in the same sentence. I love Buju Banton. Play Buju Banton music all the time. I look forward to playing more of his music. However, as the caller rightfully says, Buju Banton is an entertainer, and he was, whatever he was doing it to enrich himself. And he got caught, he got sent to prison, he did his time. Now, I don't wish for him to come out and so this is where I will disagree with Mr. Tufton, that he should come out on some grand tour and explain what happened. I don't think he owes anybody any explanation as to why he was in prison. We all know why he was in prison.
Right.
So I'm not expecting him to do that. I don't care if he does it or not. If he wants to, it's up to him. But I am not going to hold it against him if he does not come out and explain to the public what happened and why he was in prison. It's neither here nor there.
Okay.
What I'm looking forward to is him coming out and doing what he does best. Good music. That's it.
Yeah, that's it for me. Caller, you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I think we're pretty much on the same page. Sometimes, you know, we get a little carried away in an attempt to have someone redeem themselves. Now, he came out, he said he wanted some time, he went into his studio, he has been doing his work, and the fanfare that he received at the airport, which, if you ask me, was none of his doing. It's just his fans that were so excited that he was released and on his way home and eventually landed in Jamaica. Now, from a humanitarian perspective, I think any intelligent person would say, no, there is no similarity there at all. Most people will say that. But sometimes when we are trying to build an argument and the information that we're using to support the argument to create a platform, then we get carried away. There is no way anybody who is intelligent will say that Buju Banton is synonymous to Nelson Mandela. I don't even think so. I don't even know why it made it to print.
To that degree.
I don't know why.
And that is the thing, you know, because I don't think that even Buju Banton and his management team are doing that. So I don't know.
I don't think
it's
so.
just it's a matter of because they use the same words,
yes,
the same phrase that was used in the for the title of the book that Nelson Mandela wrote. But I mean, who cares? These are words.
Yes.
I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
They're not.
People play on
no
words
one
a lot.
has any.
Yes.
What do you call it? You know, any lock on these these phrases or these words.
Right.
I mean,
there's no copyright.
Who's them as far as I'm concerned?
Right. Some of these phrases are not copyright laws or anything. So.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
You know,
so I don't see the big hula bala hoo, you know, and you know, people need to just lighten up and just move on. I don't think he's comparing himself to Nelson Mandela.
And poor thing, he must be saying, now how did we get here? But that is
exactly. There's a long walk to freedom for him, just as there was for Nelson Mandela.
Right. All right, caller, you have another comment you'd like to make?
I'm saying the same thing, and you know, Jamaicans need to really get themselves together. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things we're not even going to go there in Jamaica to do right now, and it seems that we are on the verge of speaking Chinese. So we're just going to leave it at that.
Okay.
Oh,
all right. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you very much, caller.
Do you mind saying who's calling?
Completely.
Oh, you weren't finished. Oh, you have another comment?
On the other headline, we're now this lady
Kamala Harris.
Kamala, yes.
Harris. I mean, congratulations to her too. You know, but it seems there's a lot of things that we immigrants have to come from outside to help this first world country to do, and this seems to be like one of them. I pay the same amount of taxes as Donald Trump does, because America doesn't tax people by their riches.
Right.
He taxes people by their income. He can say he never made no money last year, and so they don't tax him nothing. But they take everything out of my little that I make.
Yes.
You know, and so I cannot see why the people in this country couldn't see Donald Trump 12 miles away. Because if I go to Jamaica right now, anybody in Jamaica, the regular Jamaican, can see me coming 3 miles down the road and know that I'm coming from foreign.
Right, of course.
So I don't know how the people sit right here and can see Donald Trump right here. So we must come now. We must come now and start a grassroots movement for Miss Warren or anybody who is going to get Donald Trump out of office. They should have seen it. I'm not a politician or anything, but I could see Donald Trump 10 miles away when he said he's going to run for office, because he said some things before he even ran. And it was on the social media too. That these people are idiots, and if he run, they would vote for him.
And that has since been pulled down. You can't find it anywhere.
They can't find it, but I still got it on the phone.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for calling us this afternoon.
You're welcome.
We appreciate you.
All right, thank you very much, caller.
I don't remember it right now. I'll call again.
Not a problem. We welcome the call. 914-600-4228. 914-600-4228. And to those of you who are on Facebook Live, you're invited to call and let us know what you're thinking about a headline that you heard that piqued your interest. And you're like, why? Let's talk about it. 914-600-4228. 914-600-4228. Chris?
Yes, ma'am.
So I think we can lay that headline to rest now, because, you know, poor Bourgeois don't have nothing to do with it.
I agree. I totally agree with you.
Yeah, he did nothing wrong. All right. Did you know that there was a tornado that hit Cuba and persons died, 3 people died?
Yes.
Yeah, very sad. A tornado and pounding rain smashed into the eastern part of Cuba's capital overnight. afternoon. Welcome to Keeping You in the Know. Chris and Lady D, how are you?
Good afternoon, Lady D, and healthy new year to your guest. I haven't heard his voice in a while.
Yes. Chris.
Good afternoon, caller. Who's this?
That's Yam Lady.
Okay. Happy New Year, man.
I can sound Lady D. I'm just kidding. I'm tired. I heard you talk about the what went down in Mandeville there the other over the weekend with the match.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know, it was last night. I was saying to a friend here about what is really going on in Jamaica. It's time for us, and I say to you more than once. Same weekend over here, blabbering with our president issues. It's time now for us to start blabber with Jamaica issues. Because I applaud those nurses down there.
Yes.
You know, to look into certain things because and see there is a cause there that needs to be addressed. It's not only there alone, you know, it's all over the island.
Yes.
I hope another group or someone joins the task there because there's so much, as far as I heard, there is so much killing and stuff in Mandeville there that don't even hit the news because they don't want people to know about the gorgeous Mandeville that we pay so much tax down there more than even up Beverly Hills and Cherry Gardens and those places. And I hope for the new year, we will take up a different cause in Jamaica and let the politicians then know that we care. And we're not going to sit by and let foreigners come in and take when we're going down. We don't even know if they're going to let us in. And that is the chicken gunya and all those things that's another subject again.
Mm-hmm.
The outbreak of whatever.
The dengue.
You don't hear it.
The dengue.
Because when you have more than almost 12 or more kids, that's an outbreak. And I
Yes.
say to you, Lady D, and a trip I made like a part of last, I was telling you about the garbage. If they go wait until something happens, the garbage stream on every street you go on.
Yes.
There is garbage. And there's a thing why I did mention it on the air. I was told at my house that in 6 weeks there was no garbage collection because the truck broke down right there in Mandeville. So I know what I'm talking about. I'm not where John Brown tell Carl, put it on Facebook and tell me or what because I'm a frequent visitor. God bless.
All right. Blessings to you.
All right. Thank you.
All right, young lady. Thank you. You know something? I believe. You know what, Chris? Ever since we were being raised in Jamaica, our garbage and water, because for persons who were raised in the deep rural parts of Jamaica, you never had electricity. That goes without saying. But water and garbage disposal have always been a serious problem. And you know why it is a serious problem? Because we are nasty people. We
I'll get in trouble for that.
No, I'm telling you. Hold the line, please, caller. I would think that we are nasty people. You ever look, and with all due respect to everyone, I'm talking about the method in which we dispose of a simple or garbage, a simple sweetie paper to our actual garbage. We have no regard for our surrounding. Now, you will be driving behind someone, and we've seen it. You're driving behind somebody, and when you look, it's either a box juice or something sailing through a window. Or somebody stops by one of those little caravans that sell box food, I'm raised Jamaican, you know. I see and know. And they will stand up there, eat the box food, and somebody might say, you know, see the garbage over there, so and then kiss them teeth and drop the box. And it's not in the garbage. Right? Disposal container. So we are nasty people. And no matter what the people in control say, National Works Agency, who else now? Everybody who has an integral role to play in Jamaica in terms of garbage disposal is not for the lack of trying. Now, young lady just mentioned about the fact that, you know, you had a vehicle that was not functioning. And that is just sad, because you really can't have, what, one garbage truck? So if one breaks down, there is no garbage truck. I am not saying, because whenever we have these discussions, I like to be clear. I'm in no way implying that Jamaica is like a dump. That's not what we're saying. But we are literally,
truth has to be told.
We're talking about how people take care of their garbage. Even if the garbage truck don't come, or you out and you're doing something and you just throw the thing on the street, or somebody says, over there some man, and you just dash it. And nobody care. And after that, when you have an infestation, is either rat, roach, right, mice, since you know they start from young, and then and then everybody start to say, how the place dirty. And we are the same ones. People just throw their things, or they find an open lot and sail a bag.
That's right. We have to do better as a people, you know, and it is damaging to the environment also. And these are the same people who will stay on the gully side, toss the trash into the gully, and whenever it rains and the gullies flow, and they get backed up and then they overflow, who they blame? They start blaming the politicians, because they say the politicians aren't doing this and the politicians aren't doing that, when they are the ones who are causing the problems, because they are literally, as you said, being nasty and tossing the trash where it's not supposed to be.
Let's take a call. Good afternoon. Welcome to the segment.
Good afternoon, Lady D.
Oh, my heart is beating fast.
It would end.
Yes,
my heart beating fast.
Why? Some garlic.
No problem, Eddie.
Yes, I'm listening to your conversation, and I'm saying the tires litter the street. The old tires litter the street. That's what breed out the mosquitoes.
Oh yeah, yes, Ed, there's a tire.
No, I don't want to catch up. What I call it, chicken gun there. I don't want to. I'm wondering what I'm to take with me.
Oh, yes, I understand. Call up the health people and let them tell you how to prep yourself.
Right. And then again, the road in St. Thomas where I'm going, the politician is over there. It's a disgrace.
Yes, it is. It is, my brother. It is terrible how they treat the St. Thomas people.
All right, Ed. Thanks.
Yes. Oh.
Oh, he wasn't finished? Oh, I do apologize for that, Eddie. Okay, so. Good afternoon.
Yes, Lady D, it's me again.
Yes, my love.
What I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yes, dear.
What you just said a while ago. If the government would just put that's my intake. Charge these people that got litter in the street. You know,
there is a law in place, you know.
Like, the little law.
Something would be
they're just not enforcing the law.
Excuse me?
There is a law in place. Do we have little law?
And all up by the gully. And see all the old fridge them they throwing the water.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the government has to start lick us hard in our pocket.
Yes. Agreed. Chris, you were going to say something about the blockage.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with her, but I'm saying that there's actually an anti-litter law in place. But, you know, it's very difficult for the government to enforce these laws when we as a people are just so nasty. It's like we're not even trying. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand that the government needs to put things in place. But even when the government puts things in place, people come out and they curse the government and say the government this and the government that. But at the same time, the people are not trying. Why should it be left to the government to tell you to keep your surroundings clean and tidy? That shouldn't be. When you're driving in a car and you just toss out the box juice out the window or whatever, and then that street, you see one of the pass that street, and when the street look nasty and disgusting, you blame other people.
Yes.
And you know, we have to take responsibility as a people. And the funny thing about it, you know, is that these people, they will keep their yard very tidy.
All the
neat
time.
And tidy. They will keep their houses very neat and tidy.
All
but the street, they don't do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the backyard, the gully behind them, the yard, they don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we have to take more pride in ourselves, man. And we can't leave everything to the government and say the government needs to do this and the government needs to do that.
Yes.
We have to start taking the responsibility.
Now, in terms of the dengue, they're not claiming that it is an outbreak. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
They're not claiming that it's an outbreak, but there have been, the cases are adding up.
Yes.
Now, I gather from an interview I overheard on one of the stations in Jamaica, they were talking to, she is, oh my goodness, she has a key role to play in the, what is that department called? I'll tell you. I can't remember it now. But what she was saying is that the actual testing to confirm if someone in fact has the dengue itself, they don't have the equipment in place to do the test.
Mm-hmm.
So I am very concerned because we have gone down in history as having a serious dengue outbreak decades ago.
Yes, yeah.
And now to have heard her make that declaration that we really don't have what is needed to test for the dengue. You know, so because the interviewer had a personal experience where she lost one of her sons. And so she was asking, you know, what do we do? How do you identify when somebody has it? Because it's almost like if you're not feeling well, you have a fever and something, and within like say 5-6 days or something like that, and you don't reach the doctor in time, then it has already been absorbed into your body. And if you're not going to get the right treatment, it's not likely you're going to survive.
Mm-hmm.
That bothered me. It bothered me. Because I know we don't have money. The country, I know we don't have money. I know monies are, you know, people acquire their monies, their personal livelihood, and they're earning in different ways. But you can't say the nation rich. We've never been to have that acclaim. So anything that we need, it's either by way of a loan, we're sourcing loans from somewhere, or somebody just fundraise, and you get an equipment like Shaggy and all those people, you know, other people who are doing their own thing.
Yes.
But, you know, here you have children are dying from this thing, and they're still trying to keep it on the low that, you know, because it's not nationwide, it's not spread across the 4 parishes. I get that. But it will happen. So what do we do at that point? It's almost like you say, you know, when somebody died, you're not going to have the examiner, one examiner or 2 in the nation, whatever. And so you have to wait in a line to get autopsy done, them kind of stuff here. Good afternoon, welcome. How are you, Chris and Lady D?
Yes, good afternoon again.
Sorry, Ed.
Yes, I'm talking about the politicians. They make a lot of things worse in Jamaica. Because they use the money to do these things and they lodge it in the foreign country bank. So they should investigate all the politicians. You're in Jamaica and you bank money in Swiss bank and all these things. That's not right.
Yeah.
That means you know the money you get it, you're dishonest.
You know, I was reading an article recently, you know, and they said that one of the things that's holding Jamaica back is corruption, you know.
Yes.
Jamaica is one of the most corrupt countries in the world, and it's very, very unfortunate, because when have you heard of any politician going to jail for anything at all in Jamaica? I think I've heard of it once in my lifetime. And that is one of the reasons. Are you telling me that none of these guys who have been caught with their hands in the cookie jar, so to speak, misappropriation of funds and all of that, other here, you know, is a 9-year, they call it scandal. And then these guys get a promotion.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, I know a politician went to jail, but he was on gun charge. You don't know about that guy? He was on gun court lockup.
Oh.
I'm not sure who you're talking.
PC.
Oh, okay.
He went to gun court. What you have, those that committed crime.
Yeah.
You know? Keep people killed. And I'm telling you from what I know, experience. You know the best person that ever run Jamaica, you know, is just one person, honest. And I thank him for the scholarship he gave me. That's Daddy Manley.
Okay, alright.
Alright, Ed.
I'm not joking. He was the most honest guy.
Yes.
He was a lawyer, barrister of law. So he walk on the right track. Everybody come just scrape up the liquor well. One politician have 5 cell phones. Why? Why they have 5 cell phones?
Want to be in contact with the people.
They're having conference calls.
You should be paying for your friend and all that.
Oh, Jesus.
Phone bill. And the asphalt that they take, they get the liquor asphalt and they sell it. When you see somebody have asphalt their driveway, be aware, they stole the tar and sell those people, which is wrong. So they water down the one that's supposed to go on the road. There's a lot of things happen that people do not know.
Okay.
Water down, sell it, put money in their pocket, and we are suffering. You know which people have front-end damage in Jamaica? St. Thomas Road is the worst. It's the worst.
Yes.
Because they fix the tourist here, they fix the road and they get the money from the tourist industry. So I'm wondering if any politician is in St. Thomas.
Okay. All right, Ed, we have 8 minutes to go.
All right, Ed, thank you very much.
We have 8 minutes to go, Ed. Thanks.
Okay.
All right, keeping you in the know with news, happenings, and facts. I have a cousin who resides in Trinidad, and because he said he overheard me saying that, you know, Jamaicans are nasty people, hence our garbage issue. He says, he's not nasty. I'm like, whatever.
Well, all right. So, wow, which other headline? You know, I would love to touch on Kamala Harris. I keep messing up her name, Kamala Harris.
No, never mind.
She's Kamala Harris. I keep saying Kamala Harrison. I don't know why. But anyway, Kamala Harris. You know, let's start with the Bertha issue already, though.
Oh yes.
I tell you, you know, it is interesting that the only two people who they have come out against to say they are not qualified to be president of the United States based on their parents. It's two black people. It's very interesting. Ted Cruz, who wasn't really born in the United States. Ted Cruz was born in Canada, actually. And we never hear that sustained effort to keep him out of the race based on where he was born.
Right.
You know? But now you start to hear this nonsense about Kamala Harris's mother being Indian and her father being Jamaican, so she's not qualified to be president, which is just downright stupid and nonsensical. You know, but we're gonna hear that now. This guy from California, he came out to say that he had an affair with Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, oh boy, I tell you, she's messing up.
Her name is Kamala. Her name
Jerry Brown. His name is Jerry Brown. A former mayor of San Francisco came out recently to say that he and Kamala Harris,
yes,
and to get it right, Kamala Harris, that they had an affair. And I said, okay, so what? I mean, people are pressing him to find out. And I'm like, okay, so the President of the United States, he was divorced so many times, he slept with how many prostitutes, and he paid off how many porn stars, and the evangelicals of this country are 100% behind him. So, I mean, I think it was kind of a good thing for the country to elect Donald Trump president.
We have a forerunner.
Huh?
We have a forerunner.
Oh yeah. So here's the thing, what this has done, you know, this has taken out the hypocrisy out of the politics. Because there was a whole lot of hypocrisy in the politics where people tend to get into people's personal life. Who you sleep with, who you date, who you this, who you that. Ridiculous nonsense.
Yes.
Which has nothing to do with your governing philosophy, what you're going to do, what you stand for, or anything like that. Your capability to lead the country as a person. So, I don't care who Donald Trump slept with. I don't care who he dated. And I certainly don't care who Kamala Harris has dated in the past. What we need to do as a people in this country, we need to select the best person to lead the country. The best person, not based on their personal life or how they live their life in the past.
Okay, we have three. Chris?
To get of that, what people do in their personal lives.
Chris, okay, I hear you. We have 3 minutes to go and I have to wrap up in 1. So, who is on the line?
I am on the line. I'm ready to vote for that lady, please. I'm ready to vote for her. Her sex life has nothing to do with running the country. Or she should say, yes, they had an affair, but he couldn't certain things, and she left him. That's it.
Thank you.
Because there was no satisfaction, and they approaching her certain way
And she kept it moving. All right.
And keep it moving. I kind of like that, you know, Ed. I kind of like that. Just be honest about it, you know.
I say yes, but no satisfaction was there, another problem. That's it. And they should even get more vote for honesty.
All right, I have 2 minutes and I have to get off here on time.
Okay.
Thanks,
All
Ed.
right. Thank you very much, Ed.
All right. So, Chris Whilby.
Thank you very much, Lady D. Thank you to the listeners. It was nice being back here with you again.
Yes.
Hopefully, we will be back here next week, same time, same place. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful rest of the evening.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chris. And we have an appointment.
All right. Yes, ma'am. No problem.
All right. Okay,
All right,
ladies and gentlemen, that was Chris Whilby wrapping it up here with me, keeping you in the know with news, happenings, and facts. We're back. I miss you, you know, because I can present the news and whatever. But it's nice when you have somebody, you know, by your side and you're discussing it, and it creates that atmosphere for us to really have good conversation. So thanks to all who participated, and reminding you I'll be back on Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. to do it all over again with Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. The show is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. Stop by, place your order for your jumbo shrimp. As always, love yourselves, love your children, and remember in everything you do, it is the will of God concerning your life. Of course, I want to say blessings to Sign FM 88.9 and Fever FM 97.7. Gotta go. Everybody, thank you for joining me. Hope you had a good afternoon.